book I read was Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson, and it's a biography about Steve Jobs. And basically, yeah, it tells you a bunch of stuff about Steve Jobs and how he was adopted and was in a crappy house, and he was a hippie. He always went to school without shoes, and he believed in not showering for a really long time, and he only ate fruit cups. And it was saying how he done drugs a lot and dropped out of college. No, either dropped out of high school or college. I forgot. But and then it shows how it tells you just about how he's a really big jerk and how he only cared for himself and he would take advantage of his friends and stuff to be successful. And so so basically he he had um he had a girlfriend and he got her pregnant, but he didn't want to have the child, so he left both of them. And he went to in years and years he didn't sign that parent parenting. He didn't sign that for quite some time, but he did it because the lawyers was forcing him to. Yeah, is this still recording? Okay, so sorry, my laptop like shut down, but so he signed it and he ended up naming um the Lisa project, which was supposed to be a computer, after her, but he ended up getting kicked out from that club and during the Macintosh, and so he worked on the Macintosh and he was just he was a really good sport, but he had an attitude. He would bring lots of people down. Like if they came up with new ideas, he would say, "Oh, that's crap," or "Oh, a 5-year-old could thought of that," something like that. People really didn't like working with Steve for those reasons. But but he so he ended up getting kicked out of Apple, and so that's when he joined. He made Next, which was like a mini Apple-ish, not really, but it was his company he made, and he made Pixar and all those stuff until Apple wanted him back because Apple was 3 days from getting complete bankrupt, and they got Steve to come back, and he fixed that in only 2 days. And and then he made, no, yeah, I told you all those stuff he made. But before all those stuff, he was, before Apple was even invented, he went to, um, Boo, he went, oh, where did he go to? He went to India, I believe some spots in India, and he became Buddhist. He became Buddhist, and he he died cancer, from cancer, and there was medicine for it. He could have been healed, but he doesn't believe in medicine. He doesn't believe in cheating death, which he believes medicine is cheating death. So he ended up just not. He wanted to die the proper way, and that's how he did it. I really enjoyed this book because I'm a really big Apple fan, and just learning more about Steve Jobs made me like think, wow, he was he wasn't as I expected him to be, but he was a really good leader. Maybe not the best role model, but there's really no best role models. He was a good role model in his own way. And I, and he never read this book. This book came out after he died, and the author, Walter, Steve told him personally not to let him read the book unless it's completely finished. But he passed away before he got a chance to read it. So that's a shame because I think he would have really liked it. And he said that he wishes he could take back lots of stuff like leaving Lisa and stuff. But he tried his best. He was just too young, you know. That's probably what most young teenagers would do anyways. And I honestly don't even recommend this book for people who are into biographies. Some people, and I guess it isn't really an age limit for this. It's just if you're into technology and stuff like that, then you should read it. But if you're not, then don't even bother because you probably won't even finish reading the first chapter. But